Yo, so what is up, guys? It's JJ2K here, and obviously by the title of today's video, y'all are here to do a VC glitch. Y'all trying to get rich. I feel you. It is a struggle out here, but as you guys can see though on my screen, almost 15 builds, man. They're not all maxed out, but nonetheless, it ain't cheap, right? So this is definitely millions of VC. Majority coming from this glitch specifically. So I just wanted to shed some light on this and kind of show you guys how I've been able to make so many builds and honestly how a lot of other people are able to do it too. So quickly, I want to shout out my boy JR2K. He is the complete founder of this. So ultimately, I'm going to let him take it away. I will say link down below to his channel directly. He's really been killing it. So any questions you guys might have, please just leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to help you out with it as well. Without further ado, I'm going to let my boy JR take it away
and get into today's video. So the setup part of this VC glitch will take place before your daily challenges do change. Now you do want to get the easiest daily challenges possible. The best way to do that is to load into the city with a Black Banner 60 overall player. And then once you guys do get into the city, if you are on that type of player, you should notice that your challenges overall should be easier. So if I go into my city challenges, this is what I have. Now I'm also going to show you guys how to change your daily challenges just in case you get one that you don't like or don't want to do. Like winning a game in the Gatorade training facility could be kind of annoying just because it's hard to get games in general in the Gatorade facility. So I will show you how to change your daily challenges. This part will only work whenever you first get on for the day. So make sure you have your daily challenges set the way that you want before you play a park game or anything like that. Because once you play a park game or a rec game, your challenges will stick until the daily challenge timer does reset. Now you also want to make sure that you do the setup part of this VC glitch before the daily challenge timer does reset. You guys can see that timer right here, and I will show you that step in this video. But let's say you don't like the challenges that you have. What you can do is hit the middle button on your controller, press on the NBA 2K26, and then go to manage games and add-ons. You can then go down to save data, click A on your user profile, make sure you are paying attention, and then you can hit delete from console. Do not delete from everywhere or you will lose all your players, and then you want to go ahead and reload the game back up. And then once you reload the game back up, if you go back into your city challenges, you guys will see that you should have completely different challenges, and you can do this step until you get the challenges that you want. For this VC glitch, it is going to require you to complete all 3 of your daily challenges to get the most VC. All right, so look, man, what you want to do for this VC glitch is complete all 3 of your daily challenges. The challenges that you complete do not matter. So honestly, you can just do the easiest ones. It doesn't really matter. Now look, bro, after you have completed all 3 of your daily challenges, you want to make sure that you clear your saved data before the daily challenge timer runs out. You guys can see that timer right here. So you want to make sure that you set this glitch up before that timer does expire. Now, after you guys have completed all of your challenges, you want to make sure that your challenges stick, because if you delete your saved data before doing this next step, it might accidentally make it to where you have to do it over again. You just want to make sure your challenges stick, right? So what I like to do is I load into a starting 5 game and then I immediately quit out. Once I do that, I back out to the NBA 2K26 main menu and then I close app. Like I said, I'm just doing this step to make sure my challenges do stick. You can also play a rec, MyCAREER, or even a park game as well, but I usually do starting 5 at the end because I'm doing this before I get off for the night. And then once you have done that, once you've quit out of your starting 5 game, just go ahead and back out to the 2K26 main menu, close app, and then reload the game back up. And then if you reload the game back up, as long as all of your challenges are still there and completed, then you should be all good to do the setup part of this VC glitch. So here's what you have to do. Before this timer runs out, all you have to do is delete your saved data from your console. So you can literally do it before you get off for the night, or you could literally do it a minute beforehand. You just want to make sure that you do this next step before this timer runs out. So what you want to do is hit the middle button on your controller, press start on NBA 2K26, and then go to manage games and add-ons. You then go down to save data, click A on your user profile. Make sure you are paying attention. You want to hit delete from console, because if you delete from everywhere, you will lose all of your players. So you want to make sure that you do hit delete from console. Now from here, you just want to wait for your daily challenge timer to reset. Hopefully that makes sense. You just want to make sure your data is cleared after you completed all of your daily challenges, and you will be set up for this VC glitch. And then once your timer does go off, you then want to go ahead and reload the game back up, and you should be all set for this VC glitch. Now listen, bro, sometimes for whatever reason, certain player files will not get the VC, but you guys can see I have multiple 60 overall builds, so I can do this, should be able to do this for most of these builds in general. If you're not getting VC for a particular player file, you can always make a new player, and it should work that way as well. So what you want to do is I'm going to go ahead and load up player file number 4. For whatever reason, the first 2 were not getting the VC, but it's all good. Sometimes that happens. You just have to keep track on which player files will get you your VC. And then if I go into my quest and my city challenges, you guys can see that I have 6 daily challenges with 3 already completed. This is from the daily challenges from the previous day. So when I clear my saved data before the timer runs out, it carries over, and that's how you actually set up the VC glitch, right? And then if I go over to my progression, you guys can see my VC will go up to 1500. Now listen, bro, to continue to do this VC glitch, what you want to do is hit the middle button on your controller, press start on NBA 2K26, and then go to manage games and add-ons. You then go down to save data, click A on your user profile, make sure you are paying attention, and you're going to want to hit delete from console. Do not delete from everywhere or you will lose all your players. And then you want to go ahead and reload the game back up. Now, once you do reload the game back up, you want to make sure that you select on a different player file. There is a 5-minute cooldown timer per player file, so you can set a timer on your phone. Once it goes off, you can then rinse and repeat with the same player file. So I'm going to go ahead and load up a different 60 overall. Now, once I do load into the city, as long as the glitch is working on this particular player file, then I should go up another 1500 VC. I can go to my city challenges, and you guys can see the 3 challenges are still showing. And then if I go into my progression, a lot of times you don't wait for the ball to go away on the bottom right hand side. I'm gonna go over to my progression. You guys can see we went up another 1500 VC, right? And then again, remember, after each time that you do collect your VC, you hit the middle button on your controller, press on NBA 2K26, and then go to manage games and add-ons. You then scroll down to save data, click A on your user profile. Take your time, bro, because like I said, if you hit delete from everywhere, you're gonna lose all of your players. You wanna make sure that you take your time and hit delete from console, and then once again, you can go ahead and reload the game back up. And then once you do reload the game back up, you would want to make sure that you select on a different player file until your 5-minute timer goes off. But let's say you don't have enough player files, or let's say some of your player files just aren't getting the VC. What you can do is you can make a brand new player each time that you want to do this VC glitch as well. The only downside of doing it this way is it just slows you down a little bit, right? Because you have to get through all of these cutscenes, which isn't very long, but it still does slow you down somewhat. And then you want to make sure that you hit start hooping in the city, and then you got to get through this little cutscene, and then you should be all good. Now, if I go into my quest city challenges, you guys can see the 3 challenges are going to be there on this new player. And then if you go over to the progression, you guys will see that the VC will go up as well. Now, this VC glitch works 100% of the time when you do it on a new player. But like I said, the only downside is it slows you down a little bit because you got to make the player and get through the little cutscenes. But remember, after each time you do get your VC, you want to hit the middle button on your controller, press start on ENB 2K26, and then go to manage games and add-ons. You then go down to save data, click A on your user profile, and then you want to make sure that you hit delete from console. Once you do that, you just rinse and repeat. I do believe that you have to do this VC glitch back to back. If you try to play a part game or so, it'll mess up the glitch. So you want to make sure you do this and get your VC once you very first get on for the day. But remember, do not let your VC stack up too crazy. I'd recommend only doing 30 or 40K and then spending it immediately. But you could get banned either way. So like I said, do this at your own discretion. Let me know if you guys have any comments in the Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and everyone stay blessed.